In today's video, I'm going to talk about Fortnite collab skins I would love to see from the Warner Bros. Franchise. They have some of the most iconic characters in entertainment history, and with the failure of multiverses, we are starting to get more characters from Warner Bros. Like more DC skins, we got Mortal Kombat skins, and most recently Scooby-Doo. It's also been leaked that we will be getting a Warner Bros. UEFN map that could be a Space Jam mode or something similar to multiverses. So with that mode, I think it'd be cool to get more Warner Bros. Characters. Now, of course, this is just going to be my opinion, but be sure to let me know yours down in the comments. If you enjoy my videos, be sure to use code TuneSpider in the Fortnite item shop to support me. And now let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to start with one of the most iconic cartoon shows of all time, if not the most iconic cartoon show, and that's going to be the Looney Tunes. So I feel like this one is probably the most obvious when we're talking about Warner Bros. Characters coming into Fortnite. And of course, there are hundreds of characters when it comes to Looney Tunes, and there's so many of them that I would love to see in Fortnite. So I'm not going to list out every single Looney Tunes skin I would love to get, but the main ones that I would love to see, of course, is Bugs Bunny. I feel like if we're getting a Looney Tunes collab, you can't leave out Bugs. He is the main character of that cartoon and the most iconic. I also think we should get Lola Bunny. I would say she's like in the top 3 or top 5 most iconic Looney Tunes characters. And I feel like if we get Bugs, we got to get Lola. Daffy Duck. I would love to see Daffy Duck. He's definitely my favorite from Looney Tunes. I think he is hilarious. And when it comes to Daffy, there are multiple styles we could get for this character. Another one that I think is kind of underrated is Marvin the Martian. I feel like he would just be a great Fortnite skin. I think Tasmanian Devil would be another great Fortnite skin. I would also like to see Elmer Fudd. I think that would be so funny. Imagine there's like an Elmer Fudd item and you just always miss your shot. Then of course we can't forget about the Roadrunner and Wile E. the Coyote. I think if they're going to do a Looney Tunes collab ever, definitely got to get those two characters, and they definitely got to be in a bundle together. And there's got to be like an emote of a tunnel where it looks like there's a road and Wile E. the Coyote runs into it. So then your Fortnite skin, whichever one you have on, would run into the wall. Next up is going to be more DC characters. Now, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because I have made videos in the past covering DC characters I would love to see in this game. So if you want to see something more in depth about DC skins, go ahead and check out those videos. But a handful that I really think we should get in the game, the Bat family. So I mean, this could be like 10 to 20 characters. And I think out of the Bat family, definitely like Nightwing, Red Hood, Damian, Batgirl, Batwoman, so on and so forth. There's so many characters that we could get. Batman's Rogue Gallery, along with Spider-Man, Batman has the most famous and iconic villain rogue gallery in all of comics. There are so many Batman villains we could get in this game. Darkseid, probably the biggest and baddest villain in the DC universe. Green Lantern, a Justice League character. Martian Manhunter, and then Blue Beetle. Those are some iconic DC characters that I think we should get in the game, and I think they would be really cool Fortnite skins. I do think they missed out not giving us Blue Beetle this past season, but hopefully we can get him in the future. Next is the Harry Potter franchise. One of the most iconic book series of all time, one of the most iconic movie franchises of all time, and a Harry Potter show will be coming to HBO soon, I believe. Now, this is another instance where we could just get a whole bunch of Harry Potter characters. So many of them are so iconic. So when I think about Harry Potter skins, of course, we got to get Harry Potter. I mean, he is the main character of the book series. His name's on the title. And then, of course, we got to get the villain, Voldemort, who's just one of the most iconic villains of all time. And as far as side cast characters, Hermione, Ron Weasley, and Draco Malfoy, I think they could be pretty cool skins as well. I also think it'd be really cool if there was like a Quidditch UEFN map. If they ever did a Harry Potter collab, I think that could be really fun. And it'll also be cool if like on the map there was a Hogwarts location. Now, the next collab is one of the most iconic duos of all time, Tom and Jerry. Would love to see them as Fortnite skins. Now, I do think Tom could easily be a skin. Jerry is really, really small. So maybe Jerry could be a companion, or maybe they could do the whole mech suit for a small character thing that they've done for like Morty, and they're going to be doing for Bart and Lisa. Maybe they could do that for Jerry. I think it'd be kind of funny if they just sized up Jerry and just made him huge to fit the Fortnite model. But other than that, could definitely see him being a companion or in a mech suit, like I said. But Tom the Cat could easily be a skin. Then next would be Steven Universe. From what I remember, he was also in Multiverses, so I think that'd be kind of fun. And then you could also get Garnet from that show as well. Another cartoon would be Ben 10, and I think for a Ben 10 collab, there's got to be customization where you can turn into the different aliens he turns into in the show, whether it be like a transformational emote or you just get the option to pick a different skin to use for a game. Either way, I think that would be really cool. Then kind of like an underrated collab that I don't think that many people would mention is Samurai Jack. He would have definitely fit for like chapter 6 season 1, but either way, I think he could be a really cool collab in the future. Then the next collab is one of the most like popular TV shows of all time, Game of Thrones. I know it can be pretty adult, but lately Fortnite has not shied away from bringing in like very adult characters, as we saw with like this Fortnitemares. And of course there are a lot of iconic characters that I think would be really cool to get in the game from Game of Thrones. But the few that really come to my mind that I think we would get first, like in a wave 1, would be Jon Snow, Arya Stark, and Daenerys Targaryen. And we definitely need dragon gliders. That would be so sick. They probably wouldn't let us like actually sit on them and ride them like they do in the show because of hitboxes, but it would still be cool to like maybe be able to like stand on the dragons, and it'd be interesting to see how realistic they could look. I feel like if we're talking about Warner Bros characters, we gotta mention the Powerpuff Girls. We gotta get Buttercup, Blossom, and Bubbles in this game. And again, for them, they're pretty small, so I don't know if this would be like a mech suit situation or if they would size them up, but they are insanely powerful. It would actually be really cool if we got like mythics for them if they ever did a Powerpuff Girls collab. That could honestly be a lot of fun. Then next, we gotta get the original cartoon family, the Flintstones. Just bring in the whole family. Do what you're doing for the Simpsons, bring them all in. Don't do what you did with Family Guy and just bring in like one. Well, I guess they brought in the chicken, but he's not really part of the family, so you know what I'm saying. And with the Flintstones, we could get a couple different styles, which would be really cool. I think eventually we just need to get like every cartoon family in the game. Next would be Lord of the Rings / The Hobbit. Again, so many iconic characters from this franchise. One of the most famous book franchises, movie franchises, so many iconic characters. The first one that comes to my mind is Legolas. Definitely would love a skin for him, and I think a mythic would be really cool as well. I feel like a ring item or like ring mythic could be pretty fun as well. But again, there's so many different waves they could do for Lord of the Rings. We could easily get like 20 to 30 characters from that franchise. Next is Willy Wonka. Now there's a few different generations of Willy Wonka. We've had a few different actors play the character. They could also do just like a cell shaded version if they wanted to, but I think it'd be interesting to bring in Willy Wonka from one of the movies. Now my personal favorite is the one with Johnny Depp, but of course they could really bring in any of them, and I think it'd be really cool to get. Next collab would be Iron Giant. I would just love to see this character as a skin, to be honest. I think it'd be pretty cool. We've had mech type skins before, or at least like big robot skins, so I think it could definitely work. Men in Black, get Agent J and Agent K. Again, another collab that really would have worked for Chapter 6 Season 4, but I would love to see them in the future. They would just have their classic black and white suits. Next is a Wave 2 for Mortal Kombat characters. And again, this is a very popular video game franchise. They're making movies. We've already gotten some of the most iconic characters like Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Katana, Raiden, but there's still so many to get, like Melina, for example, Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, Reptile, Kenshi. Those are just a handful of characters that I would love to see for Mortal Kombat in like a Wave 2 or a Wave 3. So these next few would be like for Fortnitemares 2026, because Warner Bros does have some very like iconic Halloween characters. Beetlejuice, this is a character I would love to see. Love the Beetlejuice movies a lot, and I think he could be like a really cool and fun skin. Next is Pennywise. With how many iconic Halloween characters we got this Fortnitemares, I feel like Pennywise is due for next Fortnitemares, and I believe an It show is coming out soon as well, so I feel like that timing could work. And then last but not least, we got to do a Scooby-Doo Wave 2, and we got to get the Hex Girls. Their designs are just really cool, would fit very well for Fortnitemares, and they're from my favorite Scooby-Doo movie of all time. But there you have it. Those are all the Warner Bros collabs that I think would be really cool to get skins for. Of course, there are so many other characters, franchises within Warner Bros, movies, TV shows, so be sure to let me know some I probably missed that you would love to see in the game. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to join my Discord server, that link is going to be in the description, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.